I am Shyam Dudhat. I am from BSF India Limited, Dudhat. So BSF is basically a chemical company spreading over 18 countries, catering to various industries. So one of our unit is in Dudhat. So we are going to share about some of the practices at the Dudhat site. So our this presentation will be more about the cultural integration with our technology, because so during this all the entire session we have learned about different technologies from our experts. So now how can we develop our culture to integrate that technology? We will go one by one. So fire prevention strategy. So whenever there is commissioning of any projects, new projects, so there will be multiple things. For example, technical system, management system, and safety culture. So technical system is given once. So once you provide a technical system, that's all. Then we can create a system. System is like an interval by interval. We have to create an interval for preventive maintenance or something like that. And safety culture is like continuous process. Okay. So in the earlier session, Mr. Praveen Bansal, I guess. So he told that safety and governance will cover the 65 to 100% of the safety. So will I go from that? So safety. So for improving our safety, basically we have created a safety champion. So what is safety champion? So we have created 4 behaviors of safety champion. So it will start from lead on, look out, speak out, and join in. So first is lead on. So safety starts with top management. Safety won't go from bottom to top. It has to go from top to down. So first would be lead on. So what is the responsibility of leader? Leader will provide the infrastructure and everything, and he will lead by example. So one of the example I would like to share is in our day-to-day life we are using Wednesday safety walk. What in Wednesday safety walk we are doing is our top management, only management, not shop floor people. Only management will go for plant round and do housekeeping by himself. So what it will represent is, so the shop floor people will see our top management to do those things, and the shop floor people will ensure that the next time when they come, it won't be repeated. The same thing won't be repeated. So when this activity was started, there was many gaps identified by the management. Once this activity was continuous, there were less gaps were identified, and eventually there were very less gaps right now. So second thing is lookout. Lookout for what? Lookout for hazardous condition over here around us. So one thing we used to say is, so we know Arjun, right? Arjun from Mahabharata. So we have to be Arjun in the training, but we do not have to be Arjun while taking plant round. Arjun can only see the eye of the bird, but what we have to see is we have to see everything. So I would like to say personal experience in my chemical engineering year. My professor used to say is for any plant round, our ear and nose is more important than our eyes, because it can sense 360 degrees. Okay, so same lookout. And then that is a speak out. Speak out what? Speak out about unsafe act and unsafe condition. So we have seen the incident triangle. What is incident triangle is? When many unsafe act and unsafe conditions are there, there will be one near miss. When many near misses will be there, there will be one incident. And when many incident will be there, there will be one fatality. So we have to work on the bottom of the triangle. So we have to eliminate the unsafe act and unsafe condition. So how will we get to know about unsafe act and unsafe condition? We can get to know about from the shop floor people, because management won't go every day into the plant. So how they will report? So we have to create a system. So there is a e-yellow card system. That is a digital system. So why yellow card? The yellow color suggests what? So when we are on a traffic signal, there will be green, yellow, and red. Yellow suggests stop and think. So whenever we are in a plant and see any hazardous condition, we have to see and think. So that how it is creating a hazard for our plant. So how do we report is, we have created a digital system where there is a QR code, and anybody from, even if he can remember from home, he can also report, and he can see the status of his unsafe condition. So when once employees report the unsafe condition, we have to act upon it. So do we have acted upon it or not? He can confirm from the system only. So next is join in. Join is a responsibility of everybody. So basically lead on is a responsibility of management, look out is a responsibility of combined management and employee, speak out is mostly about the employee, and join is everybody joining in to develop our safety cultures. So next is hazard identification and risk assessment. Hazard are identified at different levels. For example, when there is a commissioning of a plant, we are following HAZOP and everything. HAZOP we are doing, clean sheet reviews we are doing. When there is manual activity, we are going for hazard risk assessment and hazard identification risk assessment, HIRA. And when there is any non-routine activity, we have to go for permit to work system to identify hazard and for the mitigation purpose. So how we can involve people into it. So when we involve people into it, they will get also more perception towards the safety. For example, any HIRA review is done on the field, and they will be with the cross-functional team. There will be a shop floor people, manager, mechanical engineer, instrument, electrical, everybody will be there. So what it will do is shop floor people will get the perception of electrical engineer. Electrical engineer will got the perception of process engineer. So everybody will have a different perceptions. So in addition to that, there are many technical systems. So we know about many fire hydrant systems. I won't talk about much. There is a new AFFF, aqueous fill forming form. What it will do it if, for example, we have the storage tanks of flammable material, and if there is a major leak in the storage tank, it will going to create fire if there is a vapor in the space, right? So what we have to do is we have to cut the oxygen content with that flammable liquid. So what it will do is that is a very low density form, and automatically it will pour into the tank farm area, and it will directly eliminate the contact of that flammable chemical with the oxygen. Also it will eliminate the vaporization of the flammable, so it won't create any toxic atmosphere. Then we have the RISTAP system. What is RISTAP system? So we are handling monomers. Monomers are basically, if any abnormal condition, it will create a runaway reaction to get into the polymerization. So polymerization reaction can create too much of heat in a few seconds. So what RISTAP solution is doing it? So we are having the temperature transmitter along with the tanks. So once it will detect that abnormal temperature increase, the RISTAP system directly will go within 10 seconds into the tank, and it will directly put stop to the polymerization reaction. So material won't be of use, but it will eliminate the hazard, and it will eliminate the fire scenario. So basically engineering, there are multiple engineering control also. When we are designing the plant, we have to prepare an explosion protection document. So according to explosion protection document, we have to classify areas, plant into different areas. For example, X zone 0, zone 1, zone 2, and there we have to maintain some instrumentation or some organizational measure according to that particular zones. For example, in such particular zones we cannot store flammable liquid, and in particular zone we have to use only electrical installation with flame. Then there are process safety management. This is the second one, systems. So in the systems we have the HAZOP reviews and clean sheet reviews. What is clean sheet review? There will be a multiple changes throughout there will be a multiple modifications throughout the journey of the plant. When we found some improvement, we have to modify that. So during that modification also we have to assess the risk. So we might be aware about the incident at LG Polymer, about the styrene. The root cause, when you can see the basic root cause was the modification was done without proper risk assessment. So that without risk assessment modification was done, that led to the evaporation of styrene, that whole city was affected. So proper management of change is required. Then we have the SI system. What is SI system? Safety instrumented system. That is much more reliable than our regular systems. Then before setting up any new process, we have to go for PSSR, pre-startup safety review. Pre-startup safety reviews that will ensure that there is no, after installation, there are no hazardous situation are present at the site. Okay, so this is how we can improve our safety culture. So we have taken this much steps. So how we can know that it has improved or not? So there are some KPIs from which we can know. So there are some KPIs. For example, you can see in green bars. This is the observation from the shop floor people. Once the observation from the shop floor people improves, it will show that they are involved in the risk assessment or identification of hazard. They are active in hazard. So from 2020, that was 120 to right now in 2024, there are 400 observations. These 400 observations means there were 400 unsafe conditions were there present, which could create hazard, and we have eliminated that hazard. Then the blue line shows the emergency response time. That is also important. So we have also, all experts have talked about emergency preparedness. Emergency preparedness also comes with emergency response time. In how much less time we can respond to that emergency. That is also reduced from 90 seconds to right now 50 seconds. Okay. So final conclusion. So basically, the reduction in incident can show that this our cultural integration is present, is working, and response from our shop floor people also can suggest that they are also involved in the they are also participating in culture development. For example, one of our operator, his brother is a auto rickshaw driver. So we all know that there are guidelines to keep the fire extinguisher in all the vehicles, right? All the commercial vehicles. So after one of the training, he came to us and said that there was a fire extinguisher which was expired 2 years back, and he has changed. Because we know there are guidelines to keep the fire extinguisher in the vehicle, but we do not know when to change. Actually, that also expires. Okay, that is also important in our home thing. Okay, so I would like to also recognize our whole team, our EHS team, and mostly our shop floor people to contribute to our culture. So thank you very much everybody for listening to this.